want to talk shit. Bitches crashing out. Literally crashing their car into a fucking lake with their kid in there. Are you shitting me?
Bitch,
You're
fuck
crazy.
your son, bitch. Fuck that little ass nigga.
I'm gonna beat her up.
Fuck, bitch, don't say shit about my kid.
I'm gonna beat her up. Let's go. Let's go.
Baddies Africa episode 7 titled No Fine Wine. So the episode starts off where we left off. Tavii Babii was arguing with LCK. She came downstairs to vent. Her and Kold Killa start getting into a fight. They start grabbing stuff off the island, trying to throw pots and pans and spoons. I'm just like, Lord, stop tearing these people's houses up. Security comes and breaks it up. And I just feel like, Tavii Babii, you look kind of dumb, because why did you come down there in the first place? These people are not your friends. And literally, they showed you that they're not your friends. We have a new confessional look. Ivori in the confessional. I love when baddies are different and they don't just go for that aesthetic, like, you know, super sexy baddie, like, because that's just boring by now. We have a million sexy girls. I'm not gonna lie, I actually like this. I like this. I personally would like this look so much better without the stars right in the middle, but that's her vibe. And I don't know, is it me or is it giving a little bit of Pirates of the Caribbean vibes? You know what I mean? Tavii Babii is still yelling out the top of her lungs. She's like, stop disrespecting me. Stop playing with me because I've been nice to you. It's like, I don't understand how Kold Killa disrespected you. Like, all she did was say, no, I dabbed you up. Like, I gave you a handshake, but I didn't say anything to you. That's not disrespect. Tavii Babii is still yelling at them. I think she said, I'm not playing with none of you or something like that, because K-Rika stepped in like a first grade teacher. She said, hey, watch the language. Watch those hoes and bitches. Like, who are you talking to exactly? Tavii Babie's like, why'd you jump in? K-Rika's like, bitch, I ain't jumping shit, but I will right now. She definitely didn't jump in. I went back and I watched it and she did not. So, oops, you look dumb yet again. Ooh, okay, we got a new confessional look. K-Rika in the confessional. It's different. It's cute. I think I think I don't like that hair. I think that wig is a little wiggy. Different hair would have went better. Sorry, because I like K-Rika a lot. Kold Killa is making a lot of sense now. She's like, why the fuck would I dab you up and be like, yeah, you did that when you fought me and my bitch? Does that make any sense? Why would I be like, good job for fighting us? Good job. Like, that doesn't even make sense. You know, Tavii Babii, at this point, maybe it was just a misunderstanding, because it doesn't really make sense that she would say that. And then you just see LCK like running down the stairs. Like, the way this girl was running, I was laughing so hard. LCK is literally a 5-year-old. I have come to that conclusion. The way she yells off the top of her lungs, the way she was like, ha 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 ha, the way she fights, the way she can never calm down. She's always yelling and crying. She's literally a 5-year-old. LCK is just saying, like, this was never about Kold Killa. We got a new confessional look. Fun of. Okay, you know what? I keep saying like that I don't like animal print because it gives tacky, but I feel like this is actually cute. I like her dress. I like her hair. I like her makeup. See, the hair is good this time. This is cute. All of it is cute. Ivori pulls Tavii Babii outside. She's like, all right, so what's going on? Is it a wrap? Like, y'all still gonna share the same room or not? Tavii Babie's like, no, she got to go. Like, I'm not gonna sleep with her anymore. And they go back to Scotty, who's went back to trying to talk to LCK after LCK told her, get out of my face. LCK is like, Tavii Babii is just on Kold Killa's for no reason, because we weren't even talking about her. Yeah, I mean, I guess you weren't directly talking about her, but you were talking about Tavii Babii dabbing up Kold Killa, so like, it's connected a little bit. And Tavii Babie's gonna call LCK weird. No, she's like, you are weird. I'm like, aw, don't do that to her. Don't call one of the only African girls weird. That's not very nice, Tavii Babii. Okay, we switched the scene up. We got Scotty walking with Rolly in some random garden area, and she's like, how does it feel being in Africa, and like switching it up? And I'm just looking like, Scotty, what the hell is this wig that you have on? I do not like it. Rolly has a new look in the confessionals. I think this look is cute. It's very different, which is I like. They did the animal print again. I guess they're doing that because it's Africa, but it's not tacky animal print. It does look nice. The hair is nice too. I think just push that wig back a little bit, because it's literally like covering up all that makeup, which the makeup is stunning. That eyeshadow that she has is stunning. Just covered it up too much with the wig. So Natalie calls Scotty, and Scotty and Rolly just kind of catch her up on everything that's been happening. Natalie's in the confessionals. She looks amazing. amazing. So far, I have not seen Natalie like miss with any of her looks on the Africa season. Her outfits, her makeup, everything, hair, it's been looking really nice. Okay, so Natalie's like, how about today we're gonna go do some wine tasting? And Rolly's like, oh yeah, and let's give out a chain too to one of the girls. I feel like of all the new girls, the person who deserves the Baddies chain the most probably is Kold Killa. I like K Rican so much that I wish they would give it to her, but I just feel like Kold Killa has just been like, she's really been involved in way more beefs than K Rican. K Rican's kind of just been catching a lot of strays. They're like, apparently no ass out when we go to the winery. Scotty's like, no, please, I want to be a hoe. I'm like, Scotty, you can not be a hoe just for one event. Like, it is okay. This girl has to like, feel like she has to dress like a prostitute 24/7. Matter of fact, in the first episode when you were wearing that all black jumpsuit is when you looked the most beautiful. Like, it's okay to cover your body up sometimes. This girl wants to go to a winery with her ass out. Like, she was probably joking, but still, I was side-eyeing her like, girl, ooh, they just transitioned. They're all walking out to go to the winery. Rolly looks good, DTB looks good, all the girls are looking pretty nice. They split up, they get into two different vans, they're riding to the winery. Rolly turns to LCK and she's like, LCK, I just want to know what happened today between you and Tavii Babii. LCK baby laughed because she said, I don't know why we're bringing up this 40-year-old. Can we leave grandma back at the crib? Like, why do we got to talk about this? Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. But LCK, you would never say that to Tavii Babie's face. She's such a confessional gangsta. What? So LCK is telling Rolly like, Tavii Babie's stressed out. She wants to try to like manage people, but like she's not gonna manage me. I do that in real life. Like, I manage people in real life. It was like, huh? That's a whole different side of this story that we just did not hear. What? Tavii Babii is trying to control and be managing? I just don't buy that for some reason. So they go to the other bus. Tavii Babie's like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I still feel some type of way about my argument with LCK. And she just, you know, recaps to them, telling them where it stemmed from. You know, Kold Killa dapped me up and she said, you know, you did your big one for beating our ass. Pretty P is like, she said she didn't say that though. Tavii Babie's insisting. She's like, I swear to God she said it. I swear. It cuts Pretty P in the confessional. I said, oh, Pretty P looks so beautiful. No, literally. Her look, her makeup, everything. It was so pretty, literally. Ooh, okay, so we go back to the other bus. LCK is literally talking to the Pretty Three and she says to Kold Killa and Vanna, she's like, I don't have a problem with you two. Honestly, the only problem that I have is with K Rican because she said cream and top. She was like, they was just telling me so many things about what you said about me, about my family, like all that. Oh my God. K Rican read her for filth in the confessionals. Oh my God. K Rican said, how am I supposed to know your ugly ass was even married? I didn't know somebody would cuff your cockeyed ass. I said, oh no. Oh, damn, K Rican, you don't have to do her like that. So K Rican feels some type of way. She's like, Russian Cream's name is just getting involved in too many things. I think on social media, Rolly was kind of saying the same thing. Apparently, Russian Cream has been like very messy. Like, she's been talking a lot behind the scenes, like off camera, spreading rumors and gossiping and stuff. So all this happening off camera, I don't know, but all I can do is just go off of like what we see. So LCK is literally like, you know, explaining herself to the Pretty Three, and Kold Killa is gonna clock the shit out of her. She said, why are you explaining yourself to some bitch about your bitch that you and your bitch spot? Did I say that right? There was a lot of bitches. Like, literally, it's the same thing that Tavii Babii did. Tavii Babii ran to the big three trying to explain herself to them, like as if they're her friends, and then they showed her that they weren't, and now it's LCK trying to explain herself and make peace to them. Kold Killa is looking at her like, why are you trying to explain yourself to us? Like, we are not cool. It's weird. Isn't Tavii Babii your friend? The Pretty Three said there are no more openings in our gang. They are not allowing any openings at the moment. We're back to the other bus. Tavii Babie's still venting. They're trying to make Tavii Babii like, it's okay, just be cool with her. Tavii Babie's like, no, absolutely not. Matter of fact, we're about to leave South Africa, so Elsa needs a new roommate. Like, that's it. Who wants her? Who wants her? She turns around. Who wants her? Because it ain't gonna be me. Russian Cream is in the confessionals with a new confessional look. Once again, love the outfit, love the makeup, don't like the bangs. The bangs, I think, is throwing off a lot of these looks. So Big Lex asked Tavii Babii like, all right, so hold on, where do you and Kold Killa stand though? And Tavii Babii says that bitch can never say anything to me because she's a liar. That's why I feel like Kold Killa probably did say something, but it was a misunderstanding. I don't think Tavii Babii would just completely lie and say something that did not happen at all, you know? Oh, okay, so Ivori is like, hold on. Ivori calls out Bad Dolly. She's like, they were telling me that when we first got here to Africa, that you, Bad Dolly, were talking to them, telling them you beat my ass 2 times and that I was a snake and all that. Like, you said that? You really said all that? And Bad Dolly said, I probably did. She admitted it. Ivory said, you think you beat my ass 2 times? Bad Dolly said, yeah. Oh my gosh. That's bold. Damn, Bad Dolly is bold, because that's definitely not what happened. So Bad Dolly is like saying in the confessionals, for you to be this big and for me to be this little, yes, I did. I beat your ass. Like, not sure that's how that works, but you do look great in this confessional though. Everything about this is beautiful. Bad Dolly like comes through with the hair, the makeup, the clothing. She knows how to put a look together and she knows how to make everything cohesive and nice, but her attitude is the problem. It's like all this beauty on the outside and that inside is yuck. Exactly. And that's what I said last time too. When the Pretty Three was telling Ivori that, I said, well, Dolly did say that before they made up. So Ivori is like, okay, but like I feel like I've always been real to you and I just feel like this is fake. And Dolly's like, it's not really fake though, because I said that before we sat down and talked, so we still, you know, had beef. And I kind of understand Dolly. Not gonna lie. When she said it, it was before you guys made up. So I think you could probably disregard that, right? Bad Dolly's gonna say something. All right, we'll see when it comes out what happened. Back to the other bus. Now it's Diamond's turn. They said, DTB, you're back there being too quiet. You gotta talk to us now. What happened between you and Choco? So now she starts telling that whole story. So DTB is like, I probably would have shared my room with Choco if she would have came in there by herself. But the fact that she came down there with Dolly, I felt like, you know, it was a setup and that they were gonna jump me, and so that's why. But my whole thing is like, DTB, you and Dolly, understandable, you have beef, you snuck her, understandable, but you didn't have to sneak Choco. Literally, she had not done anything to you, even said anything to you at that point. I honestly feel like DTB was being a little bit too paranoid, because Choco even said, I was not trying to come down here and fight you, I was just trying to come here because they told me that this was my room. Like, my intention wasn't to physically fight you about it. She was wrong for hitting Choco like that for no reason. Choco beat her multiple times for that. DTB in the confessionals with the gold and the orange hair, I think she looks really pretty. I think her and Dolly are 2 girls that always have like such cute style, fashion, makeup, everything. Choco Brown saying, no, I still feel like I'm disrespected. She wants an apology, and I agree. I think DTB, you need to apologize her. You didn't have to hit her like that for no reason. She didn't even come at you crazy. You were just so mad about Dolly and hyped, and when you walked past Choco, you said, boom. You know that was wrong, girl. You know that was wrong. But yeah, they show Choco Brown in the confessional. Everybody has a new confessional look. I don't know about this one. It's giving me a little bit of like Olympics. She's looking like she's wearing like one of those costumes like the gymnastics Olympics people wear individually. Like the dress by itself is cute. The hair by itself is cute. I don't know about everything put together. And yeah, I feel like her makeup could have been better too. They show Natalie Nunn. She's at the winery waiting. It's a beautiful, looks like classy winery. I'm like, why did you bring them here? This pisses me off. Stop doing this. Stop bringing them to these beautiful places just to ruin and fight and tear up these people's businesses. I don't care if you even pay them like for all the damages that you guys do. It's the principle. It's more than just money. Like, people put their blood, sweat, and tears into their business. Like, I don't like when they do this, but here we are. So they get into the winery. It is huge. This thing is huge. It has levels upon levels, tables, rows. Like, it is very nice, very classy. Lex is super excited. She's in the confessional with a new look and a new eye. I say, hello. When did that happen? Though her whole, like, half of her eye is red. Uh-oh, not Coco part 2. No, I'm just kidding. Coco's eye is crazy. It's even worse. But yeah, Lex looks really cute. I love the pink. Everything is pretty. They got the girls sitting at 2 different tables. And it's funny because they got Big Lex sitting next to Scotty. You know they did that on purpose. But yeah, they're like, all right, South Africa is known to have, like, really good wine. So we're just gonna drink and have wine and have fun. So Baddie, wine o'clock. Yay. Cheers. They do the Baddie, wine o'clock. Hey, Baddie, wine o'clock. Natalie's like, shh. shh, guys, be quiet. But like, that was really cute. Who made that up? They're like, it was Choco. She's like, that's really cute. But like, this is a winery. So like, we don't want to get kicked out. Be quiet. Don't be ratchet. Don't be ghetto. Don't be loud. But we know that these girls can't do that. So they kind of just start recapping again everything that happened. Natalie is like, so what happened with the room situation? DTB is looking at her like, girl, you gave me my own room, remember? So why is Choco trying to get up in there with me? Natalie is just like, yeah, I did. You know, Scotty and Rolly and you, because you guys are OGs. And somebody said, and the house leader too. Like, I heard that. So I guess DTB was supposed to be the house leader as well. We get to the other table. They're like, okay, we just want to figure out who was telling the truth between Tavii and Elsie. And Natalie is like, guys, please shh, chill out. It's too loud. And they're like, no, we chilling. And they continue talking. And Bad Dolly looks over and she said, there's a time and place for everything. It's like, okay, Bad Dolly, you just look like the biggest Natalie D writer ever. But I don't disagree with you because I don't want them to fight in the winery. So like, thank you. So Tavii Babii starts off and she's like, LCK had Kold Killa's name in her mouth the whole time. And everybody turns on LCK and they're like, oh, so you were lying. LCK is like, no. She's getting mad. A high pitch is starting to come out of her voice. I said, uh-oh, guys, please do not wake up this 5-year-old because you know you don't want her up in this winery talking about some like, you know she's about to start doing that crazy ass shit. And yelling. Come on now. Natalie takes her table to a different part of the winery, I guess because the other girls were being too loud. I don't know. Natalie is like, so Dolly, you keep telling me every day like to play your new song or whatever. Dolly's like, yeah, run me that. I want you to play that for diamonds. Dolly, you never miss an opportunity to be shady. Like, this girl never misses a chance. This conversation between Dolly and DTV is pretty funny. I ain't gonna lie. Natalie is just cracking up. I'm like, wait a second, is Dolly a little funny? Because I don't know, lately she's been so like serious and negative and miserable. But like, I like this side of her. Like, she's having fun and laughing about it and talking shit at the same time. Y'all, the whole time that Dolly and DTB are going back and forth, Scotty is just on the corner. Scotty is hungry. You just see Scotty in the corner scarfing down on food. She's like, like, girl, you were hungry, aren't you? Scotty said, I'm gonna get me some food in before we get kicked out. She didn't say one word the whole time they were fighting. She just like, DTV is like, yeah, that's why I snuck both of you bitches. And Dolly is like, yeah, that's always what you do. And then you get your ass whooped. You sneak people and get your ass whooped. I kind of feel like these two can be friends in real life. I feel like their personalities actually would match. So we switch to the other table. This atmosphere is completely different. We just left like the funny, lighthearted talking shit. Now we're over here. It's completely different energy. Like, ooh, everybody looks serious. Looks like something is about to go down. Pretty P is like, it just seems like everybody's lying because everybody has a whole different story. So like let's make this all make sense. And I'm like, yeah, I agree. But also like, Pretty P, where have you been? It's episode 7 now, and I feel like she's just been kind of fading into the background. I don't think she needs to fight for no reason, but even just like, I haven't even heard her really talk that much. Okay, so Kold Killa is telling Tavii Babii once again, I dapped you up. We dapped, but we didn't say anything. No words were exchanged. That's it. And Tavii Babii was like, why would you dap me up in the first place then if no words were exchanged? And Kold Killa said, because you put your hand out first. That's just the type of bitch that I am. Like, I'm not rude. If you put your hand out, even if we did, you know, fight or whatever, I'm gonna dap you up. And that's exactly what I did. So they're arguing, they're going back and forth. Tavii Babie's like, please Kold Killa, I let you talk respectfully. Let me talk. And Kold Killa said, I'm always going to talk. You ain't gonna let me do nothing. Ooh, Tavii Babii got so mad at that. She said, you seen her just go into her, like the demon was about to come out again. She's about to be up in this restaurant. Tarzan is about to come out of her. Like, no, wrong place, wrong setting, but like, it's gonna happen. But Kold Killa has a little mouth on her, and I kind of like it. Tavii Babii is literally swearing on her own son. Oh my gosh. She's like, I swear on my son, you did. She said verbatim, you did that. I respect you. Tavii Babii swearing on her son. That's why I go back to that. Maybe Kold Killa said something, but it was misinterpreted and it was a misunderstanding. Kold Killa is like, I don't even talk like that. Switches back to the OGs. Natalie's talking about, all right, so like, I want to do this chain thing, but like, I want to do it right because like, you can't win for losing. Like, Natalie can't do nothing without somebody getting angry. That's what I can see just from this scene, because she's like, okay, I want to give out a chain, but at the same time, you know, last time y'all was telling me I gave out too many chains and now it doesn't have any value anymore. So now if I do give out a chain, I want it to go to somebody that truly deserves it. Like, you know, DTB, you know, you didn't get it when you really deserved it. So I want to make sure I don't make that same mistake again. And I'm like, oh my God, all this thinking, like, it's not that big of a deal. Give it out to the people that deserve it. Like, that's it, period. Whether you like them or not. The only issue was that your chains were being given to people that didn't deserve it, just people that you liked. That was the main issue. It's like, no, give the chains to people that deserve it, whether you like them or not. Oh, I forgot completely that Dolly still didn't get a chain because she had to go home early on the last season. So I feel like she would have got it if she didn't have to go home. Between Bad Dolly and Kold Killa, honestly, I feel like Bad Dolly probably deserves the chain more than Kold Killa, because Bad Dolly has just been popping her shit more and starting stuff more. Like I said, whether you like her or not is facts. She's been making the show, because you need a villain on every show. You need somebody to be bad. Not everybody in the show can be on defense, otherwise nothing is going to happen. Just saying. I know people won't agree with that, but that's a fact. Even Rolly's in the confessional saying the three people she thinks deserves it is Tavii Babii, Fauna, or Dolly. Dolly, yes, but out of Tavii Babii and Fauna, I feel like Kold Killa deserves it more than them two. Damn. And see, this is why I like DTB, because DTB said Dolly did deserve it, even though her and Dolly just fought and Dolly tried to claw out DTB's eyeballs, talking about her eyeballs felt squishy in my hands, sounding like a psychopath. DTB still says she deserves it because she was popping her shit. Damn, Natalie's gonna say out of everybody returning, the only people I see acting as leaders are Scotty and Rolly. Rolly, yes. Scotty? Leader? When? Just because she was like going and trying to talk to people after they fought? Like, no, leader means that you command the room. Leader means people follow what you say and follow what you do. Like, I don't think Scotty was giving leader. Yeah, Rolly more so than Scotty. Okay, we go back to the other table. They're on level 100 now. They're rah, 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 rah. Kold Killa standing up to Tavii Babii. She's like, y'all said Fauna jumped LCK downstairs, so y'all are just creating shit, because that never happened. Fauna never jumped LCK downstairs. Tavii Babii's looking at LCK like, tell them what you told me. LCK is trying to retract right now. She's like, well, I mean, I felt like, no. Tavii Babii's getting mad. It's like, no, it's not. You felt. What did you say? Like, at this point, I kind of understand why Tavii Babii's getting mad, because LCK, girl, she fought 3 people for you. And now if you change the story talking about I felt, then all of that, what she did was because your dumb was probably just too drunk and not remembering shit correctly. LCK is like, can you calm down? Tavii Babii's like, no, I'm not gonna calm down. Rah! And I don't give a F. And none of you bees can mess with me in real life. None of you bees can mess with me. Kold Killa is like, and I'm that B period. I'm that B period. She stands up. She's yelling. She grabs whatever was on the table and said, pooh. She threw it at Tavii Babii. Tavii Babii didn't even move. I was like, girl, what happened? Were you sleeping? You just see like Tavii Babii just sitting like this. It was like, like she didn't even have a reaction at all. Kold Killa grabbed something else. Boom! Again, it hits her like right here. Tavii Babii said, like she's not even barely having a reaction. Security is like, no, you're not gonna fight in here. You're not gonna fight in here. Tavii Babii's like, all right, well, let's go. Bring me outside. But right before she does, she throws something at Kold Killa. Everybody said, oh. Pan to the other room. Natalie said, are they fighting in there? If they're fighting, can I have my bottles to go right now? The wine bottles to go. Give it before they kick us out. Natalie is not playing. And Scotty's in the corner. Like when she started hearing them fight more, she said, she's just like, oh, hell no, I gotta finish this meal. So they all turn on LCK and they're like, you know what, LCK, it's all your fault, girl. You the one been starting all this shit because you were so stupid, drunk, can't remember shit, been telling misinformation, got people fighting for no reason. And LCK is like, I'm talking about, and you just see boom. And Kold Killa said, keep my name out your mouth. She slapped the glasses off of LCK's face. She said, boom. LCK's glasses was right here. And what did LCK do? What did she do? Nothing. Rican is standing up. She's pissed off. She's like, everybody's trying to jump on our dick now. Why is We Everybody storyline? Choco said, Rican, am I included in that? Because y'all do keep saying everybody, everybody, everybody. And Rican said, no, girl, you just got here. Like, you know we're not talking about you. And I'm like, yeah, you know when people say everybody that they don't really mean everybody. Like, if you don't quack like a duck and look like a duck, it's not a duck. If you weren't a part of the situation, clearly it's not about you. Even if they say everybody, it's just a figure of speech, you know? Choco Brown is like, okay, because you just like did like this when you were talking and you came towards me. So I just want to make sure you were not like directing that towards me. And K Rika kind of got smart with her. Instead of just saying, no, I wasn't, girl. K Rika said, look, if you want to take it, I was directing it towards you, then I was directing it towards you. And I said, oh, I don't know if you could win this one, K Rika. And girl, I like you, but like Choco Brown, you see how she beat DTB's ass? Ooh, Choco Brown said in the most classiest way ever. She said, do you want to fight? Do you want to fight? A classy baddie. K Rika tries to run up to her. Girl, you know you're not going to fight inside. I don't even know why you tried to do that. Just be like, all right, time to go. Let's go somewhere else. Let's go outside. Let's go somewhere else so we can have fight night. But like trying to even run up inside where they told you a million times don't fight, it's just stupid. And I know, you know, they probably feel like it's not fair because baddies break the rules all the time. So now they just want to break the rules. But at the end of the day, just stop doing this in people's businesses. That's all. Then that's it. So they start to go outside. Russian Cream is like, oh shoot, we're going to a field. Like we don't even have to go back to the house to fight. They literally said we about to fight right outside of this winery. Where's the next grass field? Like shit. Damn, what the fuck, Tavii Babii? I'm so sorry, but she sounds like a dude. The way she said, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm about to fuck this bitch up. I said, damn, too much bass in your voice. Tavii Babie's walking to Russian Cream. Russian Cream said, give me your shit. And Tavii Babii said, I don't gotta give you shit, bitch. This is my prop. And I said, woo, why are you talking to Russian Cream like that? Damn, girl. So Tavii Babii gives Russian Cream her purse. Russian Cream said, oh, now you want me to have it? Like, so that got resolved. Then it cuts to the other scene. Ivori is literally trying to Ivori's trying to show Kold Killa how to fight. She said, keep your head back like this, Kold Killa, and then go mop mop. Like, Ivori, girl, what do you have against Tavii Babii? You can't do that. If you're gonna be neutral, you need to be neutral. You can't be trying to help the other side or help one side to fight and beat up the other side better. I guess she said in the confessional she feels like she has to coach her bees, train them how to duck, when to smoke, when the buck. I don't know. But yeah, I was like, I guess I didn't realize that she was that close to the pretty three. Okay. What? Tavii Babii is like, bitches are crashing out, literally crashing their car into a lake with their kid in it. Are you shitting me? And I said, who are you talking about? Are you talking about Kold Killa? Did that really happen? If so, that was up of you to bring up. Damn, why would you even say that though? Kold Killa was mad. She heard Tavii Babii talking about her kid, so she said, F your son, F your son. I said, exactly, this is why you shouldn't have brought up kids in the first place, Tavii Babii. Like, girl, I mean, at this point it is what it is. We know these baddies don't have any boundaries, lines, class, etiquette, decorum, none of that. So they're squaring up and they're about to fight. Ivori is still whispering to Kold Killa. Ivori's still trying to get that at the last second, like, so they run up, they start fighting. Kold Killa is like trying to step back. I can see she's trying to do everything Ivori's telling her. She's trying to like kick and like swing, and it's like obviously Tavii Babii is gonna win because she's bigger and stronger than Kold Killa. Security comes in the middle. Tavii Babii falls on the floor on her ass. I'm just like, damn. Kold Killa is a pretty small girl, so it's like you gotta have this big Amazon woman fighting her. Come on now. Tavii Babii is like, I really didn't even want to fight Shorty, but you said something about my son and now it's up. It's like, girl, you say something about her kid first. What is with all these people having amnesia? She didn't just say that out of nowhere. They square up again. Tavii Babie's like Kold Killa flinched. You always look like you lost the fight if you flinch. The way they're fighting is so weird because I feel like Kold Killa is overthinking it in her head now. Y'all are giving her too much advice. She don't know what to do. She's like, kick, no, this, no, back up, no. That's what it looks like. It's just like confusion. Tavii Babii gets a hold of Kold Killa's hair. She just starts like punching her. I hear in the background Ivori yelling, your feet, you're this, you're that. I'm like, guys, I don't think the advice is working. Honestly, I don't even think Kold Killa needs the help. She would have just stuck stuck with her own ways. Like, she should have done some of those moves like what she did on DTB, talking about sticking her foot up DTB's coochie. Like, she should have just done some of her karate, some of her taekwondo, some of her stuff that she knows she would have been better off. They're fighting and Kold Killa keeps trying to kick. That didn't work on Tavii Babii the last time y'all fought. She literally caught your leg mid-air and she was like boop and dropped you to the floor, and like pretty much the same thing happened. She tried to kick, she fell, Tavii Babii kind of grabbed her and fell to the floor, and then everybody jumped in, Ivori and everybody, because it looked like Tavii Babii was about to just start wow, wow, wow. Everybody jumped in and broke that up real fast. This was just a very clumsy fight. That's what it is. It was very clumsy. Natalie comes out, she's like, wait, oh my god, you guys were fighting. Big Lex is like, what? She starts running like, hold on, I want to see. She's so happy. Natalie's like, oh my god, we're not gonna be able to ever come back anywhere. They pan to the other girls. All of a sudden, K-Rican came out of nowhere and just snuck Russian cream. I said, K-Rican, now why couldn't you just call her out? Like, at least say, come on, let's go. Ivori grabs K-Rican. Looks like she was trying to swing on K-Rican. She's like, why'd you hit me? K-Rican's like, I didn't hit you. Like, you were in the middle and that might have been accidental. So now K-Rican and Russian cream square up. So they both start hitting each other. I'm like, I don't even know. I feel like K-Rican might have won, but either that was a tie or K-Rican won. I don't know. It was hard to tell, but low-key, those two like are a match for each other. It shows the pretty three. Fauna is such a good friend because Fauna goes up to Kold Killa and she's like, do you want me to fight her or are you good? She was ready to fight for her friend. I said, oh wow, yeah, damn. Kold Killa said, I want you to fuck her up. Oh my gosh, these girls really are like riding for each other. Like, yeah, the pretty three, I know they came in together and they're friends, but I didn't expect them to be like that close for each other to the point where they will literally fight another bitch for another, you know what I'm trying to say. Fauna runs up, boom, 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 boom. Fauna swings so fast. I said, whoa, she did much better than Kold Killa. Damn, Kold Killa comes back again. She wants to fight again. Ivori is hooting and hollering, talking about, thank you, that's why I love her, that's why I love her. It's like, okay, Ivori to me is getting a little bit annoying at this point. Ivori doesn't have a storyline other than helping the girls. Kold Killa and Tavii Babii are squared up. They're telling him like, come this way, come this way. So Kold Killa is like backing up. Security guard grabs her. She says, don't touch me. Tavii Babii starts swinging on her. So weird. Like, why'd you wait until she almost had one hand held back to hit her? Like, come on, girl. Ivori comes and grabs Tavii Babii, almost puts her in a headlock. She pulls her back. If I was Tavii Babii, I would feel some type of way. Like, she don't gotta put me in a headlock to pull me away from the fight. Tavii Babie's mad. She's all up in Ivori's face like, stop doing that, stop doing that. This is what everybody was mad at Big Lex for, you know, in the Big Lex Fauna situation, saying Big Lex shouldn't have been touching K-Rican, touch your own friend. Ivori's doing the same thing. Why are you touching Tavii Babii? Y'all need to have the same energy for Ivori that you had for Big Lex, because so many people tried to come for me talking about I'm wrong. Like, I don't know. Do you guys have the same energy? Is it gonna be some other excuse now why it's okay for Ivori to do what she did? I don't know. I don't feel like Ivori did that on purpose. She was just trying to break up the fight, you know. Here we go again. LCK is trying to run up on K-Rican. I'm like, Elsie, did you not have enough? K-Rican beat your ass how many times now? Like, I'm tired of seeing this girl get whooped. She don't know how to fight and she doesn't know what to do in a fight. She's a 5-year-old baby that's never grown up. Okay, so K-Rican is swinging and LCK once again, hug. And they start hugging each other like this. Then the fight gets broken up. It's like, okay, LCK, I think you're trying to grab and slam to the floor, but it doesn't ever work. So you need to change up your tactic, girl. Here we go. Choco Brown calls out K-Rican because inside of the restaurant, they were going back and forth. So I'm like, oh my God, this is like reminding me of the first night when it was just fight after fight after fight after fight. Like, this is a lot. They start squaring up. Ivori said, wait. She stopped them mid-run. She said, wait, why are you guys fighting? I'm like, Ivori, stop. Back away. Who made Ivori production this season? It was funny and kiki in the beginning, but it's getting a little annoying now. Like, she is just in the middle and she's doing it biasly, okay? Y'all want to say Big Lex was biased. So is Ivori. She's being very biased too. You see how she just put Tavii Babii in a headlock to get that girl off from whooping Kold Killa's ass. Like, at least Big Lex didn't do all that. Big Lex just trying to grab the arm off. Damn, K-Rican ran up and got done up. She ran up, put her head down, and Choco Brown said, do. She was playing the drums on her head. She said, boop, I was like, damn, girl. I know K-Rican had a headache after that. Like, that was a lot. Natalie's like, Diamond, you might want to come up out that whole room. After she saw Choco Brown fight, she was like, you don't want to have to deal with that. That was kind of funny. As DTB is like in the middle of talking, Kold Killa sneaks Tavii Babii. Damn, Kold Killa hit her dead in her face though. She's like, boom, like her head knocked back and everything. But Tavii Babii like still had no reaction. I said, I know that hurt. The way your head cocked all the way back, like, damn. I think her mouth was leaking. I think when they showed her mouth, it was red. So they go again. Boo, boo, boo. Like, it always looks like Tavii Babii was getting the upper hand. So Ivori came. She tried to get in the middle. She's like, nah, you're not about to beat up my friend. Kold Killa was coming back and she started to get some good hits in. I'm like, how can nobody see Ivori being so biased? I'm so curious to see all the comments and other people like review, because I want to see if they're going to be biased towards Ivori doing all this or not and have the same energy that they had towards Big Legs. I really want to see, because this Ivori is doing too much. Big Legs didn't even do all this. Oh my god, they're going again. At this point, it's just going more and more downhill for Kold Killa. She's getting more tired. She's already at a disadvantage because she's tiny. Kold Killa is tiny. Kold Killa is probably not even the average height, like 5'4", and Tavii Babii is about 6 foot. You just hear Ivori, get the security, nah, stop it. I'm like, Ivori, god, it's annoying now. My goodness, she's just all up in my ear. She is yelling for security, begging, pleading them, please save Kold Killa. Like, it's a lot. It's just a lot happening. Damn, Tavii Babie's going crazy. She ran and she said, I want more. And she ran like a football player. Boom. She like she knocked Kold Killa out to the ground. I was like, oh my god, okay, you proved your point. You could beat her ass. After all that hoorah, Natalie is lined up with all the girls. She's like, look, I'm about to just give out a baddie chain right now. You know what? I feel like also Tavii Babii might have done all that because Natalie said, I want to give out a chain, because Tavii Babii was immediately like, me, I deserve it. That was before she did all the fighting. So I feel like she probably, you know, did all this extra fighting with Kold Killa because she thought she was going to get the chain. And I really hope she doesn't. This would be so funny if Natalie said, Kold Killa. Kold Killa is like standing up to Natalie. Natalie's like, the newbies are lit. Kold Killa said, yeah, but you don't fuck with us though. She's kind of calling out Natalie, like, and Natalie's like, no, it's just that we don't know you. She said, but you're not even getting a chance to get to know us, like acting like we're so lit and this and that, but you don't even know us. You don't even mess with us. Kold Killa's like, listen, everybody feels some type of way that I said something about her kid, but she said something about my kid first. And Natalie's just trying to like, okay, that's enough. And Kold Killa's like, no. She said something about my kid first. Let's make this loud and clear so that nobody tries to turn this around trying to attack me. She said it first. And Natalie, you even admitted that. And Natalie was like, yes, I did. Okay. This is the way to talk to Natalie, the EP, without being disrespectful. Natalie pulled the Uno reverse. She said, okay, Bad Dolly, you did not get your chain from last season. You are definitely going to get a chain. But tonight, that chain is going to Tavii. And I said, Tavii? No. Why would it go to Tavii? I just disagree with this completely. I think it should have went to Kold Killa. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Maybe I'm biased because I like Kold Killa better than Tavii Babii. Like, I'm trying to think of Tavii Babii. I guess Tavii Babie's been starting a lot of stuff too. I guess. Yeah. In the beginning, she was fighting DTB. Then she fought the whole Pretty Three. Then she fought Elsie. Then she fought the whole Pretty Three again. I guess. Okay. I can see it. Dolly's in the confessionals like, I don't know why Tavii Babii got that chain, but kudos. I'm not mad. And she looked pissed off when she said, I'm not mad. Like, literally, you can read it all up in her face. And Tavii Babii is crying. She's so happy. She's like, this just means so much to me. Like, and you know, whenever I see people cry, I always feel sympathetic. So I'm like, damn, she really, like, she has a heart beneath all that craziness. But the way that they're acting about this chain is so funny, yo. They're acting like it's an Olympic gold medal. They're literally, like, holding it like, yes, let's put it on. Put a chain on her. Everybody's, like, gathered behind her. They're looking at it. But yeah, I think it's cute. I think it's cute how excited she is and happy she is. She's super emotional about this. So I'm gonna go ahead and give her props. Okay, and that's it for South Africa. That's a wrap. They're on their way to the next city.